how to shake hands, and just the contact part of the sport is great for the kid to gain some confidence and to learn how to socialize with other people. And while meanwhile as well, they're going to be having a lot of fun. So we play games during classes, which really emphasize the community aspect of living, and so they're going to learn how to really make friends and socialize. So that's one of the great things that your kid's going to be learning in jiu-jitsu.
That's awesome. That's great. And I really like that.
Yes, yes. So did you have a look at our schedule already online, or do you need you want me to go through it with you?
I would like you to go through with me. I check it out, but I'm not really sure which program he would be in.
Okay, so your kid is 7, so he'll be taking the Little Champions 1 class, which is from 7 to 9-year-olds. And he will be taking the classes that happen at 4:45 p.m. So we have classes all throughout the week. We have from Monday through Saturday at 4:45 p.m. and we also have a Saturday class at 10 a.m. So whichever day that you feel like he needs to come, he'll have a day to come. So the only thing we ask for on our schedule is a minimum attendance rate of 2 times a week. But if he would like to come more than that, which is pretty much everyone else's experience, they like the classes so much that they want to be here every day, yeah, he will be able to do so. So yes, that's our schedule. Would you like to? Oh, actually, I still have the mindset of asking for the intro class. So
it's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal. So everything that you said is really good, okay? But the thing is, for sales, we need to make more questions. So you are giving me the information that you believe it's the best, but you telling me this information that you believe that jiu-jitsu is gonna be really good for my kid is good, but you have to make me realize that sometimes not you saying that. So I would still want you to develop more questions about it. So what I mean by that, let me just, so these are the questions that some people use to get a little bit deeper on what the person wants. So let's say I want my kid to, I think my kid has a hard time socializing, right? So you have to understand why is this important to me? Why I'm here to figure out this problem, right? So what have you done so far to reach this goal? Like, what did you try already for your kid to be more sociable? And why is this bothering you, right? If I'm here today, it's because it's probably bothering me a lot. So I need to fix this. And you can always ask, like, do you, like, what situation happened that made you realize you need to figure this out, right? So there's a problem, something happened, I saw that it happened, and I need to figure it out. So all of these questions are going to help you with more information from the person that you can use throughout the sale, and you're going to find what exactly she's looking for. So I know we tend to talk about it right away because it's something we are passionate about and we truly believe is going to change a person's life. But you have to keep a mindset that this person does not know anything about jiu-jitsu, and you have to be a guide, not just telling them what to do, right? So on this part, I would say that we need to make more questions, and then you go for, so there's not other things that you can do that you don't have to say before talking about schedule, right? So first you're going to make the questions. Then once you feel that you're good, you found the pain of the person, then you can start about the jiu-jitsu, talk about the jiu-jitsu and the connection, what the person needs with the advantage of jiu-jitsu. Then you can talk a little bit of the class structure, like for the kids, it's like a 15-minute class. It goes like this, we teach like that. Very simple, doesn't need to be super deep. And then you're gonna talk a little bit about Gracie Barra. Before talk about schedule, you can ask the person, but tell me, how did you hear about us? Like, have you heard about Gracie Barra before? A lot of people, they know about the Gracie family, but they don't know about Gracie Barra. And it's super good for people to know, like, that Gracie Barra is the biggest organization in Jiu-Jitsu nowadays, have more than 1,000 schools around the world. So these are all things that are adding value to the person. And
Okay.
then when you talk about the schedule, and then you tell them about the price.
Okay. Got
Okay?
it. Okay.
Do you want to start over and then we can get more like questions?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure. I can do that.
sounds good. So, okay, so let's just restart. Hey, how are you? So good to be here.
Hello. Good morning. How's it going?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Awesome. It's great to have you guys. So, why are you guys here today? What brings you to Jiu-Jitsu?
So, my kid tried some other sports and he didn't really like it. And I know sports are something that is very important for him. I'm just trying to find something that he really likes it.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, what is it about the other sports that you didn't like exactly?
So we tried other like team sports and he was not very into it. I feel that he has a hard time with making new friends and I feel he's very shy. So for me, what I think is that because he's shy, he doesn't interact too much with other kids and he does not enjoy team sports that much.
So, why do you think it's important for him to learn how to be more sociable and more outgoing?
I think it relates a lot to the confidence, right? And I want him to be more confident throughout his life. I feel that that might affect in school as well. And of course, I want him to have friends and to have fun, to be able to go to school and feel comfortable there. So that's basically it.
Right. Have you done anything else other than trying group sports to try to change this in him?
Honestly, no. I just think that now he's on an age that this is kind of like bothering him a little bit. Because before, he used to basically interact with us parents and some like family friends, but in school, like 7-year-old is already more like an important age for him to be making friends, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's super important for them to, especially at this age, they need friends and being shy and not so outgoing can be really a struggle at that age. So why do you think that putting him in the group sports didn't do that for him?
I think because it's like I feel that like team sports because it's like a lot of people around. If you don't interact with the person like with other kids, it should be fine because you are surrounded by people, so you don't need to actually talk to someone a one-on-one thing, you know. And what I don't know anything about jiu-jitsu, but I know that martial arts is more like a one-on-one thing, so I thought maybe it's gonna be a good combination.
Awesome. Okay. And when was it? What exact situation you saw that really made you realize that you guys needed to fix that problem?
Yeah, so there was a day that he was in baseball and all of the kids were like playing around and playing together and he was kind of like not there. And then there was another kid actually that came and then tried to bring him to the group and he was he was not like reacting really well. So I was like, that's weird, right? All of the kids are playing. Why my kid is not doing that? So this kind of like something that makes me very, very worried because I don't want him to not have friends or to not know how to interact with other kids. So it was like kind of like a wake up call for me to realize that this is something that I need to work on with him.
Yes. Do you feel like this lack of social skills that your son has is affecting your daily life, as in the way you are interacting with him? Is he having problems talking to you or anything like that?
Yes, I feel that at home he's fine just because we are the parents, you know, we are with him all the time. But I I noticed that in school he kind of like acts like that too. And that's what makes me like very worried because he's gonna have to learn how to interact with other kids throughout his entire life. So I better fix that right now than later, you know. So especially like when he gets to teenager years, like I'm very worried that he's not going to have confidence to stand up for himself if he needs to.
Hmm. Right. So, quick question for you: from 0 to 10, on a scale from 0 to 10, how uncomfortable are you with this issue?
Yeah, being very honest, now I got to a point that is close to like 9. I really need to work on that with him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, if we manage to get this problem fixed, how would you feel about that?
I'm going to be forever grateful for you guys. So that's exactly what I'm here for.
Okay, awesome. So I have some really, really good news for you because, we have a lot of experience with kids and we have a lot of testimonies of kids that used to be extremely shy and have any friends at all, and they just couldn't socialize. And once they started training jiu-jitsu and they really started to learn that it's okay to be next to other kids and it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes and just, you know, learn that you with respect you can really um, get close to anyone, and that's what we teach here. We teach kids how to be respectful, and we also teach them how to be open to friendships and just the fact that we do a combat sport, a contact sport, gives the kids this experience that they don't really get anywhere else. They really learn that the physical touch is something that's really important for us human beings, and of course we lack that a lot in society today. And just the kids being around each other and grappling around, and that's something that really boosts their confidence and turn them into very, very sociable people.
That's awesome. I really like to hear that. That's really great. Thank you.
Of course, of course. So, what is the next step?
So as soon as you finished that, you did great. That was beautiful. Questions were great. You connected with jiu-jitsu. You talk a little bit about the class structure. Like you're gonna say like the program is gonna be, and then you talk about Gracie Barra.
Okay. Okay, so did you get to see your schedule already, how our classes work, or do you want me to go through that with you?
So I checked online, but I'm not really sure how that works.
Okay, so basically, well, we have classes for kids. So your kid's 7 year olds. He's a 7 year old, so he will be taking the Little Champions One class, which is it only includes kids of his age. So he won't be grappling anyone that's bigger than him, or so. That's just to make sure that he doesn't get hurt. That's for his safety. And so we have classes from Monday through Saturday at 4:45 p.m. Monday through Friday, and at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And we follow a structure of a 15-minute class. Um, we do a quick warm up, and then the kids are gonna learn a couple techniques, and they're gonna train those techniques in a live situation, and then afterwards they're gonna play some really fun games. So I'm really looking forward to have your son training with us. He's gonna have a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So one thing, once you talk about schedule, is really important to ask what are the best days that works for the person, because then you make sure it works. So this is not going to become an objection once you show the price. So as soon as you're done talking and explain everything, you just ask what days works best for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Right. So which days of the days that I just told you would work best for person to be training with us?
I would say like Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think it should be fine. It should work.
Awesome. The Tuesday and Thursday classes are a lot of fun. I think he's gonna have a lot of fun with those classes.
Nice.
Yeah. And then so I talk about Gracie Barra. So is that talk about our school and
Yeah, so you ask if the person knows what Gracie Barra is, and then you talk about good things about Gracie Barra, and if there's anything specifically about you guys, about your guys' instructors that you like to share. Super quick too, just to give an understanding of where the person is, right?
so do you know who we are as a martial arts school? Have you ever heard of Gracie Barra before, prior to coming to us?
Honestly, no. My husband knows a little bit about the Gracies. He likes to watch UFC, so he knows a little bit about Jiu-Jitsu, but I'm not very familiar.
Okay, awesome. Well, so basically, we are the biggest martial art organization in the world. We have more than 1,000 schools all around the world, and we have been in the business since 1986. So we have quite a bit of experience with it, and we are the most organized and the most professional jiu-jitsu school since we follow curriculum, and we separate the classes by age. So uh, Gracie Barra is really the best place we can be at right now to train jiu-jitsu. So you're in the right place.
That's awesome. I like to hear that.
Okay. And then we go to pricing.
Yes, and then you can ask, like, do you have any other questions? Then if I have other questions other than the pricing, I can ask you. But if not, most likely the person is going to ask about the prices. So you can say, like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to explain to you right now.
Okay. Okay. So awesome. Do you have any other questions about our school, about our schedule, about our classes?
I think you answered it all. I just need to know pricing because I need to talk to my husband about it.
Okay. So, well, so then I get the paper, right?
Yeah. You get the form and you're going to explain the price. Yes. Don't forget to first talk about the urgency of the special. We're always having a special. And talk about the urgency, and then you talk about the price, so then you show that it is a good deal.
Okay. So the special, as in if you sign up today, you get a free enrollment fee. Is that the special you're talking about?
Yes. So you can check the prices right here. But you have to explain to them what's the special that we are having right now. So basically, we are running a huge anniversary sale. We are celebrating X years here at the school, and that's perfect. You came on a perfect timing because we started on this special with 15 spots that the members department allow us to give, and we are selling so fast that right now we have only 4 spots left. So I'm super glad you came in today because we still have these 4 last spots, and that's perfect for you. Basically, we're gonna give this urgency. We're gonna explain a little bit that is not you guys that are giving a special, that is the membership department, but you still have like 4 spots left. The person needs to decide as soon as they can.
Okay. Okay. So you guys came in on the lucky day because right now we're running a 1-year anniversary special, which we started with about 15 spots, and right now we're only at 3 spots left. So you're one of the lucky ones, and I'd really like for you to start training with us today, so you don't miss that spot, and so that we can really figure out a way of helping your son with anything that he needs help with. So our prices are, we have an enrollment fee of $250. We have a tuition fee which is at $300 a month, and we also have a unit fee, which is the clothes that he's going to be wearing during the classes, which is $300, and that's something that you pay only once, and then you don't have to worry about until later after. And so these are our prices. Then I look at you for a while.
Yes, no, go ahead. Just because, so this price is the fake price that we tell that we have, right? So yes. What you're gonna say is that this is the normal price that we usually have here at the school, but because you came at this perfect time, that's the price you're gonna get. And then you're gonna tell, like, it's gonna be free pre-enrollment fee, $59 a week, and
yes. But since you are one of the 3 spots of our 1-year anniversary special, what we're gonna do is your enrollment fee is gonna come for free, so you won't have to worry about that. Also, your tuition fee will go down to $59 a week. Okay, so that's not the regular $300 a month price. And also your uniform is gonna go down to half price, so that will be $150. So yeah, so you won't have to worry about the regular pricing since you are in one of the 3 spots.
That's great, everything that you said. One thing only that try not to say that we are going to, because then the person gonna think that you're giving this the special and it's not we. It's gonna be someone else. You said something else too. Now escaped through my mind, but that's great. That's exactly how we show the prices. And then as soon as you tell the price, you just stay quiet and wait for the person to say something. So basically, let's go back and I'm gonna say like that's awesome. That is a really good deal. But I still need to talk to my husband to make sure that he's on board on this decision.
Okay. Yes, of course. How about I do this? Would you be able to give your husband a call right now? I can go somewhere else and you guys can talk to him.
I would love to do that, but he's at work. I don't think he's going to answer the phone right now.
Okay. So I don't know how to answer that.
Perfect. So there's some different ways that you can work with that. So you can tell one thing that I really like to use when the person needs to talk to someone and they cannot get a hold of them right now is to use the 14 days trial. The 14 days trial is going to give the person time for them to talk to the husband, time for the kid to experience jiu-jitsu, see how they like it. If they don't like it, there's no risk, they can get the money back.
Okay.
Guys, most likely they're not going to ask the money back. They're gonna love the classes. They're gonna keep doing. But it's a good way of saying like, I understand you have to talk to your husband, but I would hate for you to go home today, talk to him, come back tomorrow, and we are not going to have this special anymore. So what we can do is this 14 days trial. You're going to have time to talk to him and time to talk to your kid. Your kid can experience the classes, and that's it. So they have to pay. They're going to pay for the first 2 weeks of tuition and the uniform. So it's not a free trial. They're going to pay, but if they want to get their money back after this 14 days, and like actually not after, it needs to be during these 14 days, they can. So that's what we usually do here in order to don't miss the sale right away.
Okay. So I'll say that. So I completely understand that you need to talk to your husband and you guys the fact that you guys worry about the price and about the tuition fee and everything is really important for us because if you guys worry about that, that means you guys are gonna be some quality students for us. That's who we want here. People who really give value to what they're paying for, and I really appreciate that. But one thing I do not like is that the fact that if you go home today and you don't sign up today, I won't be able to give you one of the 3 spots left in our 1-year anniversary special. So how about we do this? We have a happy choke guarantee. So what that means is you will be getting 14 days risk-free trial. So you sign up today, you get your special, and once you get your son signed up, we will start a 14-day trial. That means if you don't like the class, if your kid doesn't like the classes, or he's not comfortable with it, or if you guys can't afford it, or whatever the reason may be, you guys can just let me know, and what I can do is I can refund all the money back to you, the money for the tuition and the money for the uniform. And so how does that sound for you?
Well, if that's no risk, I'm down to do that. That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Let's get signed up then.
Awesome. That was great. You explained really well about this part of the price, that if the price is something that is going to be important for us because you're going to have a commitment. That's a really good thing to use. You explained really well about the 14 days trial. Everything was great. So what I want you guys to keep in mind is that whatever a person says for no, you guys have to have something to answer. You cannot say just like, oh, okay, so just go home. Focus a lot on the special. Like, you can go home if you want to. It's completely up to you. But we have a lot of meetings booked for today still. Like, I'm going to have a meeting right after you. I'm going to have 4 other meetings and we have only 3 spots. So the chances of these spots being open for tomorrow are very, very small. And I will pay you to lose that. Is a huge discount, as you can see. So why don't you get like this risk-free 14 days trial? So just try to tell the person that it's not that you won't be able to give it to the person, but basically because there's so many people coming in that you cannot guarantee that you're gonna have this spot for her tomorrow, right? So that was great. That was perfect. How do you feel about the entire meeting?
Well, I feel like I'll have to do some more practicing, but yeah, I really like the strategy, and I feel like I really leave the person without any other option. So
Right. And again, guys, this is basically a script. You just follow the script. So once you get the script done, just because now everything is new to you guys, but once you have this script on your mind, it's gonna be the same thing over and over again. The only thing that is going to change is going to be the person's goals. But even that, the goals are very similar. So you're gonna see a lot of the same things about parents that bring kids. You're gonna see a lot of things that are gonna be similar to adults, similar to women's. Once you get this on your brain, it's going to be automatic for you guys. So what I would recommend is for you guys to always practice with each other, do role plays with each other. If you guys can do meetings together, just in the beginning, like two of you guys do the meeting with someone else, like let's say with actual meeting, you guys can complement each other in the beginning. You know, like if like you're not saying something, another one of you guys can just like compliment and you guys can hear each other. So you guys are gonna learn a lot with each other as well. It's a great thing. Plus, when you have a meeting that is 2 against 1, the chances of these 2 being more like to be stronger is huge. So sometimes we do that here to Aggressive Valley and it's really good.
okay.
Perfect. Who would like to do the next one?
I have a question. What in your experience, what's out of 10 meetings that go pretty much according to script, what do you expect us to close in terms of sales?
Honestly, here in Gracie Valley, our rate of signups is really high for people that come to the meeting. So I would say it's like 70%. Um, I feel that because you guys are starting with the meetings right now, it can be more of like a challenge. So that's why I want you guys to be very comfortable doing it. Because if you guys believe that the meeting is going to work, it is going to work. And if you guys have the answers for all of the things that people can say, you guys are going to close the deal. But they're like meetings, and with everything that the script that we follow, there is no way of the person not signing up unless it's something like the person has literally no money to pay. Like they go and they have like $50 in their account. Then there are some things that we cannot control, right? It's completely out of our hands. But a person that goes to the meeting and they don't sign up because they are not convinced that jiu-jitsu is going to be good for them, then that's completely our fault, right? If a person leaves the office because they want to try another martial art or another jiu-jitsu school, it's our fault because we have all of the tools to make the person at least commit to this trial, 14 days trial. Like there's no way the person is gonna say like, oh, I just rather go to another school and do it in another school. Like why? If you don't even try what we're offering here. Our classes are amazing. You can get your money back if you prefer to go to the other school. So that's basically it. Like we have a lot of good tools to use, and unless this is something that the person really cannot start, I don't see a reason why they're not going to sign up.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, Garrett?
Yeah, I'm good there. I just want to make sure that we're in line with.
Overall, like great because I feel that I believe your guys' percentage of sign up is going to increase all the time because you guys are going to get more experience and you guys are going to have you're going to feel more comfortable doing it. So that's why I really like to do this training and make sure you guys are comfortable doing, because the more comfortable you're doing, the more confident you are, and the more sales you're going to make.
Nice. Tiago, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah. Let's try.
Let's do it.
Okay. Tiago, I don't think has the paperwork that I have and what's on the screen right now. So maybe if we can.
Do you want me to go back
Um,
to
I
the
have
meeting
this.
process?
Let me show you. I have this. I don't know if it's the same thing or not.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same.
Okay. I didn't realize I sent that to you. Good.
All
Okay.
right, so now we're gonna do an adult sale. So I'm going to be a woman that wants to start jiu-jitsu. Okay, so let's do it. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Do you know anything about the school? What are you looking for with us?
So honestly, I have no idea what jiu-jitsu is, but I heard that it's good for self-defense, and I'm kind of like looking to that.
Yes. So one of the advantages of jiu-jitsu, and especially Gracie Barra, is we always, especially for fundamentals class, which is the most basic class, is we always start with self-defense. We have a lot of women here training with us. Actually, half of our classes are there are women training with us, and so you'll be training a lot of self-defense with them, and of course, even other positions other than self-defense. You could use that for other positions, but you will learn that eventually.
That's great. That's awesome.
Why is self-defense important to you? Is why do you want to learn self-defense?
So I feel that it's just like important in general, right? Nowadays we never know. But also I leave work pretty late, and I don't know. I just feel sometimes scared, like just to be on a parking lot in the dark. So I was like, maybe it's better for me to just understand a little bit more about self-defense, just if something happens.
Yes, it's very important to know self-defense. But did you try any other martial art other than jiu-jitsu? Have you tried boxing, kickboxing, or any other self-defense or even martial art before?
I've done some kickboxing like a long, long time ago, but it was more like for cardio and stuff. I was not really worried about learning like actually how to use that in a self-defense situation.
Yes. Because you work late and you walk home. I mean, you just said that you're afraid of being in the parking lot. How is it your problem? Affecting your daily life? You getting anxious? You're not confident anymore. How you feeling about this?
Yes, that's exactly it. You actually touch a point that you said the word. I feel anxious, and I don't want to feel that. Like I don't want to leave work already tired and having to worry about like being anxious because I don't know if that's safe for me. So that's exactly it. I feel anxious.
That's good to know. So a lot of people look. They try to. They find us for other reasons, just like anxiety, and jiu-jitsu is really going to build your confidence. And the more you learn self-defense, you're going to be able to walk home, be in the parking lot very late, and after work, completely fine. It's always good to know self-defense and not needed it. If you need to know self-defense and you don't need it, so you're in the right place. Um, but yes,
That's awesome. That's great.
after this, after they find their pain, should they go to the class structure or ask a little bit more questions or not?
So I feel that you got some good questions and you got some good answers from me. So you basically know that this person feels anxious, right? And that anxiety is something that is huge right now. So that's for sure is bothering them, is bothering her. So if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can basically ask like, oh, have you ever been to a situation that you felt like really anxious about this self-defense? Have you ever experienced a situation that you need to use self-defense and you didn't have? You can go a little bit deeper, but you found what I need, so that's good.
Okay.
The only that I would say, as soon as you find this pain, is for you to connect a little bit more with how jiu-jitsu is going to be helpful. So basically, what I say a lot for like self-defense women's basically is that jiu-jitsu is all about the leverage. You don't need to be stronger than your opponent. If you have the correct technique and you use the correct technique, it's going to work. So this is really good for women because most likely if someone attacks us, the person's gonna be a stronger and bigger guy, right? So it makes us feel comfortable. You say also that in jiu-jitsu, we work a lot with our back on the ground. So if someone comes and pushes you and a guy comes on top of you, it's a very common self-defense situation, right? You are going to know exactly what to do. You're going to be comfortable in this position because that's what jiu-jitsu is, like close guard position, right? So you can connect. You don't need to talk too much about exactly what the person is going to learn, but you can say like these basic things that jiu-jitsu is going to be good for exactly what the self-defense that this woman is looking for, right? Because self-defense for men and women, they're very different. And it's good for the woman to know exactly why jiu-jitsu is the best self-defense for her. Got it? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna ask one more question about you're looking for self-defense. Have you ever had the need for defend yourself on the street or some place indoors or outdoors? Did you ever have to defend yourself?
So I never had to actually use self-defense, but I've been followed like 2 times that really got me scared. So I think after the second time, that's actually when I was like, I really need to find something that is going to make me feel more confident.
Yeah, it's good to know positions about self-defense. We work a lot with self-defense. So for someone taking your back, for the front as well, we work with our backs on the ground a lot as well. So we have different self-defense positions every week. Every week we're changing our positions. Every week we learn something new. We're gonna have GBF, which is a pass-only women's, pretty soon as well. So every position that you would think of that you would be in a disadvantage, you will learn how to defend yourself from that situation. Especially if you have your back on the floor, that's probably one of the worst case scenarios. You're gonna learn how to defend yourself from that. If someone is following you and grabs your hair, you're gonna be able to defend yourself from that. Chokes from the back. So a lot of good positions, and as a woman, especially with men are usually way stronger. So we're gonna teach you the right technique, use the right leverage, show that you don't have to be stronger than the men to defend yourself.
That's great. That's great. One tip point for you guys. I'm missing a lot of you guys asking if this makes sense. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? This is a great question for the person to be agreeing with you. So whatever you talk about, in the end, you'll just ask, does that make sense? The person's going to be like, yes, it does. Because everything you're saying does make sense. So that's a huge thing for the person to be saying yes a lot of times for you. But yeah, that was great, Thiago. That was great.
All right. So let's talk about the our class. Did you check our website? Did you check our Instagram as well? Do you know the time of the classes?
Yeah, I was looking to that. I didn't understand, like, because you guys have women's class as well, and then other classes. I'm not sure how does that work.
So we're gonna have we still don't have women's class. It's gonna be pretty soon. We're planning on having one of the coaches. We have one coach, which is she's a blue belt. She's a woman. Um, for women's class only, we still don't have it. But we have classes every day at 6 p.m. All levels. We have classes in the afternoon, Tuesdays and Fridays, and really 5:15 in the morning, really early on Mondays and Wednesdays. Is there any time that you think is better for you? How is your schedule?
I think the morning classes is going to work better just because I leave work pretty late. So I think I can make it work.
Okay. We have Monday and Wednesday at 5:15, and we have classes on Saturdays. So on 10 p.m. At 10 a.m. Sorry. So you know, if you follow, if you have at least three or two classes a day, at a week for attendance, that's very good. You're gonna learn a lot, and you're gonna improve. You're gonna be very confident um, pretty soon.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for, like twice a week. So that's great.
Did you hear about? How do you know anything about Gracie Baja or um, did you read anything? Do you know anything about our school?
So no, what I did, I just typed like self-defense on Google, and you guys pop up the first one. So I guess you guys are good on that. But no, that's the answer. I have no idea what Grace Baha is.
So Gracie Baja today is the biggest, the largest jiu-jitsu school in the entire world. Okay, so we have schools here. We have schools in Europe, New York, Brazil, especially. Um, Gracie Baja came from Brazil, as most teams are. Or Gracie Baja is probably one of the only schools today, or the few schools that actually still teaches self-defense, for example. So I had a lot of experience as well from different schools, not only Gracie Baja. I had experience from other teams. When I was younger, I've been doing this for 10 years, but I started in Gracie Baja because of location issue. There were no Gracie Bajas. So I had a lot of experience with many different students, coaches, teams that had only self-defense, teams that didn't have self-defense at all. So Gracie Baja is the perfect, today is the perfect equilibrium between self-defense and, sport jiu-jitsu, which we have as well.
I really like what you said. It's really cool for you to say that personal experience that you experience other schools, and then you're gonna be able to find self-defense in the sport of jiu-jitsu at Gracie Baja. That was great. I don't think you need to focus too much that you had like other teams.
Yeah.
Focus more that you have throughout your 10 years of experience in jiu-jitsu. You see that Gracie Baja is what can have like the best combination of self-defense and the sport of jiu-jitsu. That was awesome.
Okay. How do I? Because I don't want to just out of a sudden just ask and talk about pricing. Should it go?
The best question
The
for you
transition
to ask
between.
for you. sure the person is going to ask about the pricing. So she's gonna give you this like open door for you to talk about that.
Okay.
But if the person says like, "Oh no, I think I'm good. I don't have any other questions," then you can introduce that. You're gonna say like, "Okay, perfect. If you don't have any other questions, let me explain you a little bit about the prices that we have here at the school," and then you're ready to jump into saying like, "You came in a perfect timing, blah blah blah."
Okay. All right. So, do you have any more questions?
I'd like to know the prices, honestly.
Okay. So, you're actually very lucky. We have a special, very limited spaces. Okay. So you're very special. We still have a few spaces. So our regular fees, or for our school, we pay for the enrollment fee. We have a tuition and a uniform. Now with the special, you're not gonna have to pay any enrollment fee. Your tuition is, instead of being $299 a month, is gonna be $59 a week, and uniform, instead of being 300, is going down to 150. It's very limited spaces. I would not like to see you losing this deal. Um, Very limited, so the sooner you get it, the easier it's going to be to have the deal. Any questions about the deal, or?
I think that's good. So when you talk about the prices, you miss the part that you say how much is the enrollment fee, like the normal enrollment fee. This is really important for the person to compare how much is normally and how much is gonna be paid. So that's why it's really important for you to follow exactly what is on this here slide, because that's exactly what you're going to be writing down. Another thing, once you're gonna start talking about the urgency, explain a little bit more about like what's the special you guys are having. Like, is it anniversary? Is it Black Friday? Whatever it is that we are having, and we're gonna tell you guys what it is. You focus on that because the person, it makes more real for the person that this is actually happening. And most likely, a lot of these people are probably gonna come. So the ad is going to tell them like, "Oh, we're running a 1 year anniversary," and then you guys it's important for you guys to be on the same page as the ad. So what you're gonna say is like, "Oh, we're running a huge anniversary sale. We started the members department gave us 6 spots that we talk about," but try to focus a lot on this, because to show the price, the person is going to already have that in mind, that there's that it needs to be decided today. I like to say like, so if you sign up today, that's going to be your price. So then that is just like a word that is going to keep on the person's brain as well. And then every time, guys, I talk about the lower price, that is the special price, right? I say only. So let's say instead of you $9 a month, you're gonna pay only in a week. This word very powerful, so the person understand that it's like very little amount compared to the normal one. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So I want you guys to check the sales objections that we have, and see if you guys have any questions about any of these topics, because these are things that you guys might need to use a lot, and I want you guys to be very comfortable using it. So how would you guys explain to the person that, let's say, I'm the woman, I don't want to sign up right now because I'm still not sure if I'm going to like jiu-jitsu or not. How can you use, Thiago, the best case and worst case scenario for this person?
For this case, she's worried about self-defense, and about being alone at night, parking lot and everything. I would try to talk about, I would not tell. I would not say that something could happen, but tonight, I don't know. But for self-defense, um, I would say, I don't know. Still thinking.
It's okay. It's okay. So, let's say I say that I'm not really sure if I want to do jiu-jitsu or not, and then you offer the 14 days trial, right? Oh, the 14 days trial
Yep.
is the best option for you to have an understanding of how jiu-jitsu is going to help you to make you feel more comfortable, make you feel more confident. But we also know that jiu-jitsu is very broad. There's many different techniques you can learn. So if you come to one class only, it might not be enough for you to have an understanding of jiu-jitsu. So this 14 days trial is the best option that you would have. But let's think together, right? What's the best case scenario, the worst case scenario of you signing up today for this 14 days trial? So worst case scenario, you're going to start, you're going to take 2 weeks of classes, you're gonna learn some techniques. It might not be something that you feel super comfortable doing. I don't know, you might not really love the classes. You're just going to let us know. You're going to bring your uniform back. We're going to give you 100% refund on everything that you pay. So worst case scenario, you're going to try for 2 weeks and you're not going to like it. You're going to get your money back. Okay, so that's the worst that can happen. Now, let's think together what's the best case scenario that can happen if you do this trial. You're going to start. You're going to see how jiu-jitsu can actually feel, how jiu-jitsu is going to actually help you with all of these things that can happen to you. You're going to be part of a community that have like the same goals as you. Most of our women, they're here because they want to learn self-defense. So you can share your experience, you can share your concerns, you can be on a part of a team that is going to make you feel stronger, and you might fall in love in jiu-jitsu. So best case scenario, you're going to give it a try and you're going to fix this anxiety that you're having. You're going to feel more comfortable, you're going to feel confident, and you're going to just like have the best time that you could have, right? So it's really important for you guys to be always saying like best and worst case scenario of the person signing up today, because a lot of people are going to want to think, they're going to want to talk to whoever, they're going to check other places. But the important thing, guys, is for them to understand that they have no risk of signing up with you guys. And then that imagine, like the best case scenario is exactly like sell the destination, like how you're going to feel if you reach the goal that you want to reach. How it's going to make you feel if you get this confidence, right? So keep that in mind. Like you might need to use that a lot, best case scenario, worst case scenario, and try to think, guys, about different goals, right? So today we worked on a woman that wants self-defense, a kid that has a problem with socialization, but think about other things. Like if a person comes to you because they want to lose weight, if a man comes to you because they want to learn, like want to get the exercise done, you always have to be thinking like best case or worst case scenario. What can you say to convince that person that jiu-jitsu is going to be the best thing for them? So once you have these ideas, it's going to be more natural for you to explain that to the person, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Any questions so far, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie, do you
Still
want to do
thinking.
one? I don't know how you guys are on time. I know we are already like 1 hour from the meeting, so if you guys have to do something, that's totally fine. But I'm here, so if you guys want to do another one,
We can, yes, I'd like to try.
okay, let's do it. So let's do mom of a teenager,
Mom of the
13-year-old.
19.
Alright.
And are we starting from like already have given all the dealios to them and everything, and just starting from like we want to understand your goals and stuff? Is that where we're starting the whole process from? And then like that. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, you can start already like if we're sitting now in the office, and you start making questions for the mom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, perfect. So hey, how are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah. So, what brings you here today? Why jujitsu?
So that's a good question. So I have a son, right? He's 12, and I don't know. I feel that this age is just like a weird age that they are kind of like they don't want to do anything that we ask them to do, and I don't know. I feel that jiu-jitsu might be good with his discipline.
Yeah. Have you done anything else to help with his discipline or anything like that? Like, what do you do at home? Does he do any other sports?
He does other sports. He's very athletic, so um, that's not like a really thing. But I feel that he's lacking a lot at home. Like I ask him to do some things, and he's just like, "Oh, I don't want to do that," and I don't understand. Like, I always try to raise him like doing things in the house so that he has his responsibility. But this is so hard for him to do the things I want him to do.
Do you have any idea as to why that might be? And
I think it's just the age. I think it's just like in school, maybe he's doing things with his friends, and the friends are giving him like bad examples. I'm not sure.
did this just start recently? Was there like a move to a new school that this happened?
It was kind of recently, like I would say like a year from now. He was never like bad in the house, but like a year from now, he started to get like more like teenager, you know.
Mm-hmm. And you said that he has like a lack of responsibility around the house. Like you ask him to do things or do his chores, and then he doesn't end up doing them.
Exactly, like homework too. Like before, I didn't have to ask him homework. Nowadays, I have to be checking every day if he's doing his homework or not.
Yeah, that must be exhausting for you too, because you don't want to have to do that for him. Because he's 12, he should be able to do things on his own by now, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, did you think that jujitsu might be an answer to your problems here with your son not having the responsibility and discipline and things like that?
Yeah, so I heard that jiu-jitsu is really good for discipline. I think like martial arts in general, right? So I kind of like Google it like discipline, how to get discipline to my kid, and then martial arts just popped up. So that's basically right.
So you haven't heard anything about jujitsu before? You're kind of coming into this brand new type of a thing. Is that what I'm hearing?
100%, yes. I have no idea about jiu-jitsu.
Okay, so then I'm also assuming you probably don't know anything about our school ourselves, Gracie Baja.
No.
Okay, so let me just tell you about our school really quick. We're with Gracie Baja, and Gracie Baja, the entirety of Gracie Baja is one of the largest martial arts gyms around the world. We have over 1,000 schools, which is great because it helps us with running our business. So it helps us be more disciplined, which in turn helps us help our other students be more disciplined and responsible, things like that. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
okay, cool. So we teach jujitsu, and along with jujitsu, there are a whole bunch of other benefits that comes out of it. Like, for instance, your son, you mentioned that maybe it's because of his friends that he started acting out. Well, he'll make tons of new friends here at jujitsu. It's really easy to make lots of friends. I personally had created a lot of new friendships when I first joined. I first joined when I was your son's age, actually, and that helped me a lot with growing up. And my mom told me, she was like, "You're going on a bad path, Charlotte," and so she put me in jiu-jitsu, and that corrected that really quickly. So definitely so glad that you're here right now with your son. Do you want to know a little bit more about how our class is structured and what to expect?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so your son will be in our teens class. We have a few other teens right now, and they're all pretty good buddies. They're really enjoying it. So we have about for he'd be with the juniors. So it is 50 minutes. So he'd be in And an hour class, we have a quick warm up, then we go straight into the techniques. And you're working on a technique, you're with somebody your own size, you be with people his own age, and that's really when you start making friends there, because it's kind of hard not to become friends with someone when you're trying to figure out and solve a problem together, right? So we have that, and then afterwards we're going to apply what we learned into a life situation, and then after that, that's about the end of class, and then you come out and do it again. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course it does.
Yeah. I just wanted to figure out your schedule, because it would be great to have your son in class. Are there any days that work great for you that would work for jiu-jitsu for you and him to come in and train?
He is free on Mondays and Thursdays. Is that
Perfect. Yeah. We have class at 6 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays. That would work fantastic for your son. Our professor who teaches will teach him. He's a great guy. We love working with kids. So those days are perfect. Like, couldn't have picked any better days. So do you have any other questions or anything about jiu-jitsu that I can answer for you?
how do you think so I really like to understand like your perspective, that is going to be your experience, your personal experience. I love that he's already on his age, so that's awesome. But how do you think he will get discipline from jiu-jitsu? What do you think is good for discipline?
Yes. So speaking really quick from my personal experience, I've been doing this for 10 years. And when I first started, there's a bit of a competition, not necessarily like a competition, like I have to be the best or anything, but you see the other people working hard around you, so you want to work hard. And it's really obvious if you're goofing off and not doing the work that you're supposed to be doing. And the professor will come and address that, and you don't want to be the one person in class who wants to get addressed by your professor saying, hey, you need to be working on your stuff, not talking and laughing about as much as you are. So in that aspect, in class, that is definitely one of the ways he can learn more discipline. Transferring that into the home, one of the things that we look for when we're promoting our students is how they're doing in their home life. Because in jiu-jitsu and with our schools, we don't want people to become it's more important for people to become good people rather than the best fighters in the entire world. Because if we're not good people, then, well, we're not good people, and that doesn't help the world progress, you know? Is this making sense?
Yes, that's beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Oh, perfect. Is there any other questions I can help you with or help answer or anything?
No, I think actually we're just missing the price, right?
Yeah, so you came at a great time. I just want to run over a few of our original costs and whatnot. So we have an enrollment fee of $250, and tuition is $300 a month. And then a uniform, because you need to wear our gear and everything so you can actually attend classes, that's $300 a month. However, you came at the perfect time. We're currently running our 1-year anniversary sale, so the enrollment fee waived. You won't have to pay any enrollment fee. It's free. Tuition, we're going to drop that down from $300 a month to only $59 per week. And the uniform, going to cut that in half. So instead of paying $300, you only have to pay $150. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a huge discount, huh? Really good.
Yeah. Are you ready to sign up? Is there any other information you want to hear? Anything that I can help with?
I think I'm ready. Yeah, you gave me hope. That's awesome.
Good. And I didn't even ask what your son's name was.
His name is Jacob.
Jacob? Oh, I'm so excited to have Jacob in class. He's going to love it. And maybe we can get you into class too after you see how much fun Jacob has.
Maybe I'm willing to try.
Good. Well, we'll have to talk about that too.
That's awesome. Girl, you kill it. really good. Like the way that you explain things are really well rounded. I would say. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, One thing is that once you make great questions and you got like a lot of good answers, I just want you to everything that I asked you, like how discipline can be good for that, how jiu-jitsu can be good for discipline. I want you to say the first thing. Like as soon as you make all of the questions, you're going to connect everything that you said with what I need. Okay, so before I get to a point that I have to ask you, you can tell me that. So focus on as soon as you finish all of the questions and you're gonna know what I need and how jiu-jitsu can be good for that, you're gonna tell the person. It is really good when you have personal experience. When you say like it's coming from your heart, I can totally see that it's coming from your heart, and then it's your own experience. So that's nothing more valuable than that. So that was great, perfect. The way you said everything that you said about discipline is exactly how it is. How jiu-jitsu can be good. Um, so that's awesome. About Gracie Barra, I would say I would talk about Gracie Barra not right in the beginning, but as soon as you explain how jiu-jitsu can be good, then you talk about Gracie Barra, then you ask about Gracie Barra. Schedule, I think you asked good, like what are the days that works best for me. But what I want you to say is first to give all of the options to the person, and then you ask like what are the days that works best. Because if you ask me like, oh, what are the days best, and I say Monday and Friday or Monday and Thursday, and then I don't even know that there's like class on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, my schedule might change eventually. So it's important for the person to know they have these options.
Gotcha.
But that's it. And about the pricing, beautiful. You said everything that you need to say. I would just say like focus a little bit more on the spots available.
Okay.
You know, show the price. You don't need to ask like if the person is ready to sign up. You just let the person tell you. You just tell the price, and you just stay quiet. It's the tactics that we use, and the person's gonna say like, "Oh, okay, that works for me," or whatever. Unless you get to a point the person does not say anything at all, then you can say like, "Let's do it." You know, like just say something positive. Like, "Let's do it." Yes, let's do it. You know. So, but that was great. That was awesome. You were ready for it,
Okay. Thank you.
of course. Any questions, guys? Life is on. All right, guys. How do you guys feel it? Everybody ready?
So good.
Nice. So we are going to start with sales soon. So I'm going to let you guys know as soon as we open the calendar for meetings. Okay. So I'm pretty sure our calendar is blocked for this week, but I feel that you guys are fully ready to start doing this week. So what do you guys think? Yeah, can we open for this week?
Yes.
So I'm going to open calendar for tomorrow, and just keep in mind, guys, you have to always check the calendar to see when the meeting is going to happen. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I would love to after every meeting for you guys, if the person signs up, you guys always take pictures for attendance card, right?
Uh, mm,
The what? Sorry.
You guys take pictures of the student for the attendance card.
No, we don't.
You guys don't have attendance card?
We do, but we don't take the picture.
Oh, got it. Because what we like to ask you guys if you guys could take a picture for the attendance card and send it to our group chat, so then we can see live whenever you guys are signing up new people, and then we can see their faces. And whatever happens with the meeting, guys, let's say a person comes and they don't sign up, please send on the group chat exactly what happened. So then we can guide you guys on what you would have said, and then we can follow up with the person, knowing exactly what the person said during the meeting, right? So let's say a person didn't sign up because they have a problem on the schedule, or they have to talk to someone. We here on our end, we're going to reach out and follow up. But we need to know exactly what happened so we can follow up correctly. Sounds good?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm super excited.
Okay, guys, I have one question. Garrett, you asked for a Excel file or something like that over the weekend, and I don't really know how to get that. So can you explain to me? Is from the Frozen members or something like that?
Yeah, we need a list, and I think actually we got it, didn't we?
I think
Do
you're
that.
on mute, Garrett.
Hi. Okay. Yeah, we're looking for a list of all the former members and leads that did not convert to members ever. And I think we got that, didn't we, Duda?
I think we got
Oh,
it
you guys
already.
already got it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think-
I was
Oh,
able to
okay.
send that in the other day.
Yeah.
Okay,
think we
okay,
got that.
okay. All right, good. Oh, I was just wondering if you guys still needed anything from me.
Yeah, we're going to start marketing to the former members and to the leads that we didn't sign up.
Okay, sounds good.
Exactly. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you guys need more training, I would recommend you guys to practice with each other role plays, give each other advices, and if you need me, I'm here all the time. Group chat, call me anytime. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait to see all the faces on the group chat.
Thanks, Duda. Really appreciate you.
Of course. Bye, guys. Have a great
Okay.
day.
Bye, Duda. You as well.